Recently, you saw me walking around Jupiter Artland Sculpture Garden in Bonnie, Scotland. It's one of the best examples I've ever seen of how gardens and art can work so well together. Well, I've found another sculpture garden, but this time it's much closer to home. It's quite different, but no less impressive. This is Wombara Sculpture Garden, a bit over an hour south of Sydney, only a stone's throw from the stunning Illawarra coastline. This beautiful pocket of rainforest is home to around 60 sculptures and is the work and love of the renowned sculptor Gabby Porter. What is it about sculpture and gardens that you think works so well? Why is that?
I think gardens do well to have a focal point, and sculpture can provide that. Maybe a bird bath or a water feature, but sculpture is always looking good.
Sculptures have always been, to me, a little bit intimidating. You know, you've got Michelangelo looking spectacular, David, and...
But the Michelangelos of the world really came from a very formal time. It was about impressing and being important. I like a far more natural approach.
Right.
I love a sense of fun in the garden, and I like kids climbing on my sculptures. I really enjoy making spaces for the sculpture. Creating a meal, a beautiful interior, a sculpture in the garden, ceramics. Everybody seems to enjoy creating, don't they? In the early days, there was a lot of sticks, and they were higgledy-piggledy, and so I started laying them down as retaining walls.
Right.
Loved the look of them. It's great.
Would you mind if I just sort of have a little bit of a look around?
Enjoy, enjoy.
Let me introduce you to Josephine, who started life out as a topiary, a nice wireframe and a climber growing through it. But with all this shade, it really wasn't ever going to work. So then Gabby decided to reinforce it with some wire, cover it with cement, made it really strong, and then mosaic tiled the whole thing. If you've got a smaller space that's in shade where nothing will grow, you can make a smaller mosaic tile Josephine this weekend. The inspiration for Gabby's sculptures come from all different sources. Now, there aren't actually any snakes on the property because it's a rainforest too cold and too damp. But they found the remains of this little fellow inside the house when they first came here. And Gabby thought, that is going to be a sculpture. And here it is. The eyes are made out of pippy shells from down on the beach. It's called Monty Python, just to add to the fun. Any flower or fruit colour in a rainforest is very fleeting. It doesn't last long. It's all lush green with the bird's nest ferns, the tree ferns, and all these beautiful palms all the way around. So Gabby decided to put in some permanent colour, these beautiful ceramic poppies. A lot of visitors to the garden asked Gabby, oh, did you get inspiration for these poppies from the ones in London? No, these have been here much longer, from the early 2000s, and they're very cute. All of the sculptures that Gabby's created in the garden are generally made from stone or maybe ferro cement, the wire, and then covered over with cement, or possibly even covered over with tiles, beautiful mosaic tiles. This one is quite different. It's actually a steel frame, chicken wire, and lots of sticks.
So you like Henrietta, do you, Graham?
I love Henrietta. She's very beautiful.
She's about 7 years old. She's a good, mature bird.
She's a very mature bird, looking fantastic. Now, some of them, of course, last forever. This one is, well, it's going to last as long as the sticks will last.
Yeah, well, occasionally I need to fill in a few sticks where the birds have been helping themselves or a storm. Would you like to make a stick sculpture, Graham?
I would love to. Thank you.
See how easy it is.
Great.
Well, Graham, I thought this might be a good spot for a sculpture. We've got 4 big trees here, and right in the middle has got quite a presence. Would be perfect, I think. We'll do a stick sculpture because everybody's got sticks.
This is better than burning them, isn't it? Turn them into something. How do we start?
Just like you're building a little fire or something.
Oh, OK.
When you think about a bird's nest,
Yes.
Birds' nests are pretty flimsy and they stand up to all
Yeah, they
those.
do.
I did one of these a few years ago and it lasted about 10 years. So
Right.
that's not too bad
Yeah, no,
for a
that's-
bunch of old sticks. And, you know, it would be lovely if kids can be inspired to do other stuff
Oh,
with sticks, you know?
Yes.
How nice are these little ones with the little gum nuts?
Little gum nuts on
Important
it.
to keep all of that too.
Yeah. May Gibbs would be very impressed.
Oh, I think she's sitting on my shoulder. We might need a few of these big ones, Graham, to strengthen it on this side.
It's a little bit wobbly.
We don't want wobbly.
We don't want wobbly. This one's got a great curve on it.
Ah, that's what we like.
Okay.
Yep, beautiful. Really aiming for a nice curve going out, but initially it's got to be strong, of course.
Yes. It's very therapeutic, isn't it?
I know.
We don't do enough
But
of
it's
this.
a bit like gardening.
It is. It is very much like gardening.
Graham, what are you thinking here?
Have I
You've
broken
gotta
the rules?
You have.
Oh, really?
Naughty boy.
Oh, right. I just can't believe how so many of these sticks are built the right way. Look at that curve.
I
That's
know,
just a perfect
I
curve for
know.
what we want. Curve.
Beautiful. So it is important to try and get it slim here.
Right. You know, this weekend there will be these teepees made all over Australia.
Oh,
Isn't it going to be fantastic?
won't it be wonderful?
Children will see and they'll...
I can do that.
I can do that.
Tidy up the yard.
And tidy up the yard. I can see that you've got this splay at the bottom and then it tapers and then it splays out again at the top. Is there a reason that you really like that sort of shape?
I can't define why it's pleasing to me. I just do like that, and it seems to have that surge of energy somehow. And I think that it's more so with the curves than a straight line like the teepee. Just find it very pleasing.
It's so organic and really stunning.
Like birds' nests, you know, all
I'm
those
just
little
amazed.
knobbly bits.
Yeah, how strong it is, but it's all those little bits that hold it all together.
Yep, that's it.
Well, I'm glad that we're actually finished because it now looks...
Not quite, Graham. One other little touch of sparkle.
We're going to paint this.
We are. The red is going to really shine in the forest.
Gloss hot lips.
Hot lips.
Love it.
Stand back.
Stand back. Gabby, I see what you mean by the red paint.
I know, it brings it alive, doesn't
It
it?
certainly does bring it alive.
And even in the storms and the wind, you know, this will stay here for a long time.
That is fantastic. Gabby, thank you for introducing us to something very special.
Thank you, Graham. It's been a pleasure.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be inspired and certainly to give this a go on the weekend.
Yep, and don't throw away your sticks.
And don't throw away your stick, definitely. Love it.